Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing another episode of Feed the Beast interactions. The last time we were here, we built our little hut. Today we're going to work on making a little more progression, trying to make some more tools, a little more crafting, and expand out the island a little bit. Let's see. So it's been a little while since I've played this last, and they've changed it a little bit, so I have to make sure I know exactly what we're doing here. Okay, crafting table, 4 planks. That's a classic. Okay. So let's see. So I just need to craft an undamaged pickaxe, shovel, and what else was that? I have a miserable attention span. Pickaxe, shovel, and axe. Okay. So how do I make a shovel like one of these? Shovel head. Okay, simple enough. And I still have the hatchet. Oh no, I don't. It's broken. Okay. I can't. Oh, that's so silly now that I think about it. The recipe for it calls for 3x3 crafting, which means I'm going to need to make a crafting table and then put a crafting table into it to make the work table. Okay. Shouldn't be too crazy. And I'll double check, but I don't think it's going to take damage tools. If it does though, I'll do it. How? Okay, well it destroyed the hatchet in the process, but you know, not what I was looking for. There we go. Okay. And let's need to make a stone mallet. Okay, well, that's pretty simple. Alright. Well, we just need to get a little bit of cobblestone. You know, this is very dramatic over here on this island, but why don't we just go place it in the base? Nice little simple slab. I can just drop it on down there. Alright, let's see. Alright, I don't have any sticks. Let me get a few. There we go. Nice. You see a toolbox. If you place a toolbox adjacent to a work table, any tools that are placed in it will just be right here, easy to access. Pretty neat. Alright. Now let's get a saw so we can start making planks much, much easier. Let's see. So 3 stone rods, 2 sticks, and a flint. Okay, very easy. Need a little bit more stone. Go. Okay. Here. Instead of doing this over and over, let's just get a whole stack. There we go. Okay. And there we go. Now we can make planks a little easier. This is the whole setup. A lot more complex. I'll get to it. You set up this water-powered saw, a bit complicated looking, and then if you get water flowing through it, you can have it slice through and make 4 planks, you know, like classic Minecraft. Uh, it's a bit. I think that'll be my next construction project, but I want to have a nice looking place to put it. Those of you who haven't played these kind of mod packs might be surprised, but a lot of times chests are a little complicated to make. It's a little complicated, but it's doable. Don't want to carry all this stuff with me all the time. So just 4 sticks, 4 planks, 1 wood, and 8 planks. So 24 planks plus 1 wood plus, oh no, plus 2 wood plus 8 sticks. There we go, okay. We can do that. Let's see. I should be able to put this in here, and yeah, not too bad of a ratio. And I believe I can also make sticks. Can I? I don't need to. I have plenty of sticks. Okay. I just need a little more wood for the casing. So let's grow us a little bit more oak. Oh, actually, while I'm at it, I did destroy my hatchet. Make this a little easier. There it is. Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm definitely going to want to make use of some of this better looking wood. For now, we do a little oak. Trapped. Alright. Oh yeah, before I forget, if I can, do a little boop. There we go. Get a whole bunch of sticks. Or a whole bunch of leaves so I can get EMC very easily. Sometimes oak grows a little unruly. It'll be a little difficult to get all the wood out of it. I think I'm looking to just mass-produce wood. Probably going to switch to something like spruce. But we work with what we have now. Great. Alright, let's get a few chests down so I can stop carrying all of this extra stuff. And then I'll work on making a bigger building soon. And I'll work on setting up a water system, since there is a few things. There are this water-powered saw, but there's also a water colander, which you can actually use to extract things through a filter. Run things like gravel through it. It's very cool. Let's see. Okay, so, okay. I've already forgotten my math. Let's see. 24 planks, 2 wood, 8 sticks, I want to say. I believe. So that would be 20. That's more than I need. So just 8. That's going to be 26, right? Yeah. 7. There we go. I broke the saw. Okay. Not a big deal. Okay. So 2 wood casings and 2 chests. Just a good old-fashioned double chest. Before I make this an absolute disaster, I'm going to make sure that I start making signs and labeling chests and not just doing this. But for now, it's going to do. Way I don't overload my inventory. Great. Okay. Let's see. So I want to get water. Right. Very simple. I'm supposed to get ice, and I just type in water. Okay, hold on. I'm a genius, don't worry. Okay. I should be able to make a coagulated plant ball. What's this for? Huh. Okay, I can use this for... Dark crystal hoe, alright. That seems a little dramatic for beginning farming, but alright. Use this to effectively be a bone meal replacement and duplicate plants. That's really cool. So what did I... Completely lost what I'm doing. This quest book has so much going on. Let me see. Oh, yeah. So I wanted to make some kind of bucket so I can actually pick up the water, I think. Can I do that? No. No, definitely not. I don't have any iron yet. Maybe clay? I think that's going to be the step we need. I believe you can sift through dirt and gravel and get clay out of it. So for now, I just have to place the ice where I want it and break it. So, oh, missed a sapling. So we're going to want to make a structure. We can have flowing water go from the top to the bottom of this water-powered saw. So let's make the saw, and then we will move along and make a structure for it. Oh, hey, this is nice. Well, if I don't handle this on my own, I might just watch a little guide, but I can probably figure it out. So let's see, pressure plates. So just craft 2 planks into 1 plate. That's very inefficient. Okay. And the water-powered saw blade, flint block. Okay, so we need to get into the whole section of tech to get that even going. Okay, understood. So put a pin in that for now. I want to get this kiln going so I can have some basic level of smelting. So to get this going, I need to get clay, like I was saying. So we'll get 3 strainer bases and 3 strainers. Well, okay, that's a lot of moving parts. Let's see. Easy enough. So I'm gonna need to make 3 of these minimum. I'm probably gonna make a lot more. It's a very robust system. So that would be 6 gears, which is 24 sticks, a wooden hopper. So that's 15 planks plus 2 of these. We have an extra trapdoor. So 27 planks. Okay, 27 planks plus another 6, so 33 planks, 32 or 24 sticks. And this makes 3. I need 2 for the recipe, so 2 instances of the recipe, so that's another 8 planks and 4 sticks, obviously. Okay, so yeah, if I get about a stack of planks and a stack or half a stack of sticks, I will have more than enough. And then we just need a chest, I presume. It's rotating through a lot of things except any chest. Okay, perfect. So 3 chests. So do what I did here again. So I think instead of working so hard to get exactly the right amount, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get a mass amount of wood, and we're going to make a bunch of planks, and I'm just going to get a whole stack of sticks, probably a couple stacks of sticks. So I'm going to want a couple of saws to get I'm losing it. Try to get the planks more efficiently. So let's see. So we're going to want some gravel to turn into flint. Going to want some saplings. I gotta make sure real quick. Sometimes mod packs make vanilla style chests only take oak, for some part of it. No, clearly not. Okay, great. It's like I said, I think spruce grows better. So let's get a few spruce saplings, just a bunch. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so just to make sure we can keep up on being able to do that with a table. This, can I still take this? I think this has this feature. Perfect. There we go. I'll make a couple of these to get saplings very easily. And then I'm going to want a couple of these for backup. Okay. Then I'm going to want to make a bunch of saws. We'll work on that one back. Okay. It's a little manual at the start of the run, but pretty cool. I think I can get away with doing this, but I'm not sure. Yeah, just a big old block of wood. I guess that one doesn't make a valid structure. Right, the 2x2. Okay. But I can. It's spooky. Oh, actually, before I forget, let me make sure that I get some of these seeds. Wonderful. Did I? Mysterious. Well, no big deal. It is a little tall. We can work with that. Build some ladders soon, but for now we can just take advantage of this huge structure and we'll just staircase up, tear it down. I think we do a trash can in this mod. Not really going to bother trying to get into later progression to repair a pickaxe or an axe. It's going to be out of class once I actually get real metal, but you know. I mean, I could be a little more dramatic and just throw them off into the void. This is insanely tall. Okay. Well, you know, it's a good wood to sapling ratio. I'll give it that. And while it is tall, it's not unruly. When we get to the top, it's probably all the wood I'm going to need for this project. Hopefully for the next project. Might also look into a bit of spruce for the designs for making a bigger place. But, you know. It's all a work in progress. This is so tall, oh my god. Why not? Let's just check. I think that's the top. I think we've made it. This is supposed to be easier than the oak, but I'm not sure. It might be a bit of a mess. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. The other side was not nearly this tall. Alright, we're just going to chop it down backwards, and we're going to have a lot of wood that hopefully doesn't fall into the void. Can't promise that, but you know, hopefully. Oh, and while I have a second, go, accumulate a little bit there. Okay. Let's be careful with this. We might miss a little bit in the process, but that's alright. We will definitely have the resources to grow more. It's no big deal. This is kind of cool, actually. Look at this. I really like the blend of the leaves up here. trimming the sakura leaves. Try to make a bit of a bonsai garden. That'd be cute. Well, 3 hatchets was not enough. Rest in peace, last hatchet. I am not punching all these trees. I will climb my spooky staircase in a second. Did get a lot of it. Oh, that's really weird. It grew the 2 in the middle. Alright. Okay, redwood. That sounds like a mess. Alright, let's see. What was I doing? Oh, making a new hatchet. Should be able to make enough with just these. The other one is a little tall, though. Is that oak? How did that get there? Did I miss a small piece of oak wood earlier? How mysterious. Well, okay. I think for convenience sake, let's just hop on over to the other side here, and we'll chop down this much simpler one. Shears, that's fine. We got a lot out of what we did. After all this? Oh no. Well, I think that looks cool in its own right, but nothing we can't put down on our own. Well, one more hatchet should do it. I underestimated the girth of the tree. Alright. Well, we have enough, no problem. We'll build 2, and that should be well more than what we need. let's get this all set up. I think I'll get enough for the strainers to be set up, and in the next episode, we'll build a structure for the strainers, then work on gathering ourselves some clay and some gravel. Oh, that is so much wood. Does this have a sort? It does. That looks so much better. Okay. Okay. Let me run some numbers quick. I did it before. No, I don't feel like doing all that. Let's just be a little lazy. We'll make too much of everything, and it will get used somewhere down the road. It's such a better idea. Let's get 2 stacks of sticks, and we'll get 2 stacks of planks, and we have plenty of wood. That should be more than enough for everything we need. So, here, let me make a few more saws. So we'll get a stack of cobblestones. I don't want to keep coming here and pulling things out all the time. It's too silly. Don't need to do all that. Excuse me. I can't help myself sometimes. You just gotta drop things on the ground. Okay. And let's get some gravel. Make some more flint. There we go. Alright, mysterious. Can we do it by hand? Don't think so. Alright, and then let's shortcut the process here. The stone saw. I'm not going to make 42 of them. It's nice that I can. Let's do how quickly these burn out. This should be enough, I believe. Alright, drop these in the toolbox. There we go. Okay, so I'm looking to have roughly 2 stacks of sticks, 2 stacks of planks. We can do that. That is not very efficient, but it is enough to get me 2 stacks of planks. So there we go. Okay. I need to put a hammer with that. Can I pull up that recipe in here? I don't know if you can do that. Oh, right. I need to make all these things. Oh, this is going to be a whole thing. Okay. So, here, I'll just make 4 of these. Well, yes, I'm not going to make a rubber fence. Okay. So, it is classic recipe. Okay. Can never be sure in these things. Let's make a couple of fences. I think that should do. Gears are... So we need 6. Here. Trick we can do. Tribute. Great. Okay, planks and chests and wooden hoppers. Okay, let's make these 3 wooden hoppers. Definitely gonna make more because they're much more simplistic, but they are just like vanilla hoppers in most ways. They actually have a cute little visual UI. I'll show you in a little bit. I like them a good bit. Alright, so now I need 3 chests. Okay. So, wood casings were... like this, right? No? Did I already forget? Close. There we go. Okay. Great. Sure. Whatever that means. Okay. Now we want to make the strainer base. Perfect. Why did it put the stuffed pepper in there? That's very silly. Okay. There we go. Now I just need to make the strainers. Let me see, which one of these? Survivalist strainer for sure, because we're looking for clay. This will let us get our farm set up, which is lovely. And this will let us just generate fish, which is, nice. I'm gonna see if this game will let me do a vegetarian run, but, it's a video game. I'll get over it if I can't. Okay, so we just need dense nets, which are made from strings or twine. Twine's plant. Okay, okay. No, I understand the loop now. Okay. So we need to take water in here. How do we do? I feel like I've missed a step somewhere. Hold on. I remember playing this before, and there was like a bucket. It was like a bucket made out of bark. Is that still? Doesn't seem to be. I know I can grow those plants with that. Maybe. I think I know what to do. I think I know what to do. Okay. Plant, fiber. Yeah, just take a knife to anything. Okay. That's fine. So we'll do this and maybe saplings. That works. Okay. So we'll turn these saplings into plant fiber and we'll turn that into twine, which is effectively a string replacement. It's a little complicated sometimes. I gotta learn how to bookmark these recipes. Let's see. So, yeah, sticks, that's whatever. So twine is knife plus 3 makes 2. Okay. And I needed how much again? 3 twine. Okay. So I need a total of 9 twine. Not too bad. We can do that. Okay. Alright, just gotta make some new gears. Go through that, and then we will have it. There we go. And I think that was just vanilla crafting? Yeah, okay. And there we go. Alright, so I will end up, I'll place them down real quick just so you can get a look at the idea. But you place these down at a lower level, place this mesh on top, and what you want to do is you have a level of water that will flow along the same horizontal axis as the base. And over time, this will just go through its durability of 120 uses, and it'll generate these things. I made the wrong one. Well, we're starting a farm. That's okay. I don't know how I slipped up on that. How do I make the one I wanted? I'm not sure. Well, that's fine. Oh, those are cool too. I can make an efficiency meter that will tell me how effectively that works. Yeah, I needed the dense net. Right, the dense net is made with 8 twine. Well, I'm silly. Okay. That is not a problem. How do I make one of these knives again? Okay. Let's get a few of those going as well. And on the next episode, we'll get these 3 and those put together. Get us a nice, robust system. And we'll have an ability to start us a farm out here in this void world. So, in the meantime, let me get this made, and it'll be the last thing we do for this episode. Thank you. That should be more than enough. Okay. Wait, let's burn through this durability first. Oh, okay. That lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Not doing it again. There we go. Okay, it makes plenty of them, so we have a lot. We'll make a very robust system. I overdid it a little bit. That's okay. Not a big deal. Still have plenty we can get saplings from. Okay. And same deal, just stick. Yep. That is so packed. Let me lower my inventory a bit. But basically, that will be the project for the next episode. And from that, we'll start to automatically gather more things. And we'll expand out from here and turn this into a more robust looking base. But until next time, thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate you being here, and have yourself a wonderful day.